New year, new intro. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show. Welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show.
Hello.
We got player reviews and we got much more.
We do.
We got player reviews and we got much more.
And
I review players all the time, dog. Everyone is fire like a Yule log.
Fire.
We trying to get some views like a blind man.
I can't see.
Shout out to my subs, they are gang.
Good evening and welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Week Foot, and it fills me with joy and jubilation to see you back on the channel today. So, today we are here to talk about perhaps the best, the most meta, it's definitely the most expensive Headliners card from Headliners Batch 2. It's going to be this 90 rated Marco Reus. Now we look at this card, he has a lot of the makings of a very, very good attacker on this game. But the $1 million question, literally the $1 million question is he worth the coins? Because he's going for 1.2 million coins on the market right now. He's 5'11". He has the high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I played 5 games in Division Rivals with him. I got 6 goals and 0 assists. And before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, you already know what to do. Hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at this card closer, he has a lot of very good stats here. His finishing and attack positioning are very nice. He has very good shot power, very good long shots. His shooting stats all around are almost elite. His passing stats also bring another aspect to his game. So you could be bringing him in to play cam, to play secondary striker, to play wide cam. He could essentially play every position. His dribbling stats are very nice, which are going to be very important given that the new meta really relies on dribbling. The only thing I'm worried about here is that he only has 87 agility, 85 balance, and I'm saying only because he's 5'11". So, is he going to have that snappy feel to him that a Neymar, that a Mertens will have? Because that's very important on this game right now. His physical stats are decent. I mean, he has 71 strength, 75 jumping, so he does have a bit of target man-esque strength to him if that's what you want out of him. He also has 80 stamina, which is solid if you play him at striker. Alright guys, so just to give you guys a better idea of where I'm playing him in game, I'm going to be playing him at 4-2-3-1 as a striker, and his instructions are going to be getting behind, balance with basic defense support. So we're going to see how he positions himself in game. That's what I'm really interested in seeing, because he only has medium attacking work rates, which I'm not a big fan of. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studio, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So you guys at home might be wondering, is this Reus worth it? Is he an elite card? Will he bring you to glory in the weekend league? And my answer to that is I would say he's not quite worth the money. I think there's a lot of better options you can get on this game for the money. We're going to break down the stats though, so you know exactly what to expect at home. So first off, we're going to talk about his pace. 88 pace. And honestly, he does feel decent in game as far as pace goes, all right? He does accelerate very effectively out of skill moves. He does have fairly high sprint speed at 88. However, I wouldn't quite play him on the wing. He doesn't really have that top end speed. He doesn't really have the speed to consistently get in behind the defense. But he will get in most times and more times than not. I would just say that he is a step slower than the elite pace monsters on this game. Like, do not expect him to feel like Adama Traore or Mbappe, no matter what chem style you place on him. Overall, I gotta give his pace an 8.5 out of 10. I think 1 or 2 upgrades and this guy's gonna be very, very quick in game. Next, we are gonna talk about his shooting, and this is pretty much the highest face stat he has at 90. The first thing that I really noticed about his shooting was his attack positioning. He has 91 attack positioning, which does compensate for the fact that he only has medium attacking work rates. I did find him lazy at times in the way he positioned, but if I did push him forward, if I did press L1 to tell him to get in behind, he always floated into dangerous positions. I find him more suited to possession playstyle because when I was countering, like I said, those medium attacking work rates were not very good. But when I played slow, this guy would just float into positions where he would be open and you would just be wondering how he was open. He's also very good at poaching second chances, which is how he scored a lot of his goals. And overall, I really rate his attack positioning. Next, we're going to talk about his finishing, and this guy was very clinical in the box. You have to keep in mind he has the finesse shot trait, so if you pop a finesse in the box, that thing's hitting the back of the net. However, I wouldn't really classify him as a top-tier finisher, meaning that when you shoot with somebody like Ronaldo, Eusebio, Pele, you know that thing's going to hit the back of the net even from ridiculous angles. Reus will be a reliable finisher from good angles, but he won't quite really win you games with his finishing alone. His shot power at 90 is definitely very good. All the shots were bullets, and his long shots, especially if you finesse them, will be very reliable. Overall, I gotta give his shooting an 8.75 out of 10. It's not quite elite, but it is very reliable. Next, we are gonna talk about his passing. At 87, he does seem to have Cam-like passing stats. How's it feel in game? And honestly, his passing was very reliable. He is a very good playmaker. He does have very good short passing in and around the box. His driven passes have a very nice weight to them, and he is also able to play make with his long passes. Overall, I would say his passing is an 8.5 out of 10, and it is something very nice to have if you want to play him at the cam position or even as a secondary striker. Next, we will be talking about his dribbling, because this was the biggest concern of mine going into it. I know it looks weird because he has 89 dribbling, which is a very good stat. But being that he's 5'11", being that he's not the shortest, and being that his agility is not in the 90s, I was wondering if he was going to feel clunky at times. And I did throw a sniper cam style on him to further boost his dribbling. And in game, I would say his dribbling is very good, but not elite. He didn't quite have the snappiness of somebody like a Neymar, even somebody like a not-informed Dembele. Those cards definitely feel snappier than him, especially when it comes to left stick dribbling and turning. And that's not to say this card's clunky. He's not very clunky, but he's just not as smooth as the top tier dribblers on this game. His reactions, his ball control, his composure are all very good. And when he does dribble, you can tell that he does have very good stats because he keeps the ball very close to his body. He is able to L1 dribble very effectively. He does take a very good first touch. The thing that only lets him down is his turning at times, because he's fairly tall and his agility isn't the best, and therefore I gotta give his dribbling an 8.5 out of 10. If he had better dribbling, then I would say he is an elite attacker on this game, but it is very good in its own right. Finally, we will be talking about his physical, and believe it or not, he does have some very decent stats. 71 strength is very decent. He can ride a challenge here or there, especially considering the fact that he does have very good agility and balance. However, I wouldn't really shield with him too long. He will get dispossessed. His 80 stamina was very good. It lasted all game if you played him at striker, which is what I did. And his jumping is decent enough to win a header or two, but he's not going to be an aerial threat, which once again is not a big deal, being that headers are dead. Overall, I gotta give his physical a 7 out of 10. Alright guys, so what do I think about this card? What is the final verdict? I would say that this card is a very good attacker. And if he was going for 700k or less, then I would say he's definitely well worth the money. The reason why I don't feel like he's worth 1.2 million is when you look at other cards that go for that much. And Reus is somebody who's very good at a lot of things, but doesn't necessarily excel at anything. His pace is very good, not necessarily top tier. His shooting is very solid, once again, not elite. And where he really needs a lot of improvement is his dribbling, because he is a very good dribbler, but with the new patch and the meta really shifting towards left stick dribbling, his left stick dribbling just isn't good enough to justify the 1.2 million that he is going for. Also the fact that he does play for Dortmund, and Dortmund doesn't necessarily look like they're going to be winning 4 times straight anytime soon. I think that as an investment, 1.2 million is just way overpriced. I think he should be going for 700, 800k. I think that'll be a lot better of a price. Overall, I gotta give this card an 8.75 out of 10. He's a very solid card. You definitely could use him in the weekend league. I'm just saying that there's better options. Alright guys, so that's gonna be my 90 Headliners Marco Reus review. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, deuces.